controversy surrounding the Epstein files continues to intensify as survivors of abuse demand transparency, accountability, and justice. Despite the recent release of documents by the U.S. Justice Department, many victims say the truth is still being withheld. Instead of closure, they argue that the partial release of information has reopened old wounds and raised even more troubling questions about power, protection, and responsibility. The case, which has already shaken political and royal institutions on both sides of the Atlantic, is once again dominating headlines as lawmakers, survivors, and investigators push for answers. Survivors Speak Out calls for full disclosure. Survivors of abuse linked to Jeffrey Epstein have brought their fight directly to lawmakers in Washington. Many say the way documents were released has caused renewed trauma as victims' identities and stories became public, while the names of alleged abusers remained heavily redacted. For survivors, this imbalance represents a failure of justice. They argue that accountability cannot exist if powerful individuals remain shielded, while victims continue to face public scrutiny. Their demand is clear: the full release of files and meaningful investigations into all individuals mentioned within them. Political tensions in Washington. The issue reached a boiling point during a tense congressional hearing on Capitol Hill, where U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi defended the department's handling of the documents. Lawmakers from the Democratic Party accused the department of engaging in a cover-up by redacting key names. The hearing quickly turned confrontational, with heated exchanges between lawmakers and the Attorney General. While Bondi expressed sympathy for victims, she stopped short of offering an apology, insisting that millions of pages of documents had already been released under existing legal frameworks. Questions also emerged about whether further criminal indictments would follow. For now, no clear timeline has been provided, leaving both survivors and critics frustrated. Focus shifts to Prince Andrew. Attention has also turned toward Prince Andrew, whose past association with Epstein continues to attract scrutiny. Some lawmakers argued that existing evidence justified further investigation, while critics questioned why no new prosecutions have been pursued. Prince Andrew has consistently denied any wrongdoing, and there has been no confirmation that additional legal action is currently being pursued by U.S. authorities. However, the political pressure surrounding the issue continues to grow. Royal family under renewed pressure. The controversy has extended beyond American politics into the British royal sphere. Survivors speaking publicly have criticized what they describe as a delayed response from the monarchy, urging King Charles to allow a more proactive examination of historical records connected to the case. At the same time, UK authorities, including Thames Valley Police, are assessing claims related to confidential documents allegedly shared during Prince Andrew's time as a trade envoy. Reports suggest that sensitive information regarding investment opportunities may have been passed to Epstein, raising concerns about confidentiality and judgment rather than confirmed criminal activity. Former UK Business Secretary Vince Cable described the alleged sharing of official material as a serious breach of trust, though he emphasized that any criminal determination remains a matter for investigators. Growing calls for accountability in the UK. The controversy has also prompted renewed calls from political figures such as former Prime Minister Gordon Brown, who has urged cooperation with police investigations, although Prince Andrew previously stated he would be willing to testify if legally required. Such testimony has yet to take place. Meanwhile, ongoing royal duties, including recent international engagements by Prince William and Saudi Arabia, have been overshadowed by the continuing scandal, a story far from over. Despite calls from political figures, including former President Donald Trump, for the country to move on from the Epstein case, the ongoing revelations suggest that the issue is far from resolved. Congressional committees continue reviewing documents, and hints of possible ongoing investigations have left observers watching closely for future developments. For survivors, however, the issue remains simple. Justice cannot move forward without transparency. Until all questions are answered, the Epstein files are likely to remain one of the most controversial and unresolved scandals in modern political history.